Since today's Mario Day, I decided to sit down and go over the entirety of Mario's history. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Also, everything stated in this video is all fact and unbiased. And it all started here, July 9th, 1981. Yeah, this game kinda sucks. This game pretty much single-handedly brought gaming back to life from a time where games started to die out. It isn't very good by today's standards, and I really mean that. But for the time, this was a masterpiece. Yeah, this game's too hard for my little American brain. This is the best Mario game from before the 2000s. And my 5th favorite Mario game of all time. This was the first time seeing Mario as his persona. This wasn't very good, but you could play it wherever, so it gets a pass. I like killing innocent creatures for my own benefit, also spinning's fun. This one controlled better and looked better, making the previous Mario Land title obsolete. This would also be the last side-scroller for 14 years. This isn't actually a Mario game, but it says Mario in the title. Same with this one, but this one actually had Mario in it, even if I wish it didn't. This would be Mario's big break into the 3D space. Everyone seems to like this game, but it really suffered from the terrible controller. Another 3D Mario game that controlled better and was more fun to play and had a soundtrack 20 times better, but probably sold less because it was too different. This was Mario's big return to 2D platforming and added tons of stuff, like the 3D Mario triple jump, ground pound, new power-ups, and original boss battles. And it was on a handheld console, so that's another plus. This game took what all the other 3D Marios did and shoved it into levels that are much smaller. And they used the Super Mario 64 Star Select so you can play a level multiple times, since the levels were no longer as open-ended. This is the second side-scrolling Mario reboot, but this time, the main selling point was the multiplayer aspect that allowed for 4 people to play all at once, and maybe end their friendships all at once too. It also had the Koopalings instead of the original bosses, which is fine, because they were different from how they were in Super Mario Bros. 3, and this is my 4th favorite Mario game of all time. This is like the first game, but more to do, the movement is better, Bowser Jr. is here, there's more power-ups, in this multiplayer, but is there really though? And you can kill Yoshi again. This was more like a 2D Mario game, but in 3D, which was cool. And more importantly, Mario gets his first suit again. And also Bowser has a tail. This is the 3rd Mario 2D reboot, but has 2 in the name. Not really sure why it wasn't called New Super Mario Bros. 3DS, but yeah, this game exists. This is the final 2D Mario game so far, and to be perfectly honest, the reason is most likely because it was just Mario Wii, but with different levels and a squirrel suit. But also, for the boss battles, you got the Koopalings, Boom Boom, and yeah, this was just Mario Bros. 3. Except for this one boss who dies in 12 seconds. This is the sequel to Mario 3D Land, with longer and way better levels, 5 new bosses, a new multiplayer mode that was unheard of from a 3D Mario game that took a lot of inspiration from Mario Bros. 2. Mario is an all-around character, so he's kind of stupid. Luigi jumps high, but is slippery, making it easier for him to reach higher platforms. Toad runs really fast, and he can do this. Which is why he's my favorite. Peach can float over things, so she's pretty much the baby mode character, which isn't really a bad thing. And there's a new cat suit that Mario makes literally every single person wear, including Bowser. There were a lot of collectibles that were fun to get and rewards you with more levels and a playable Rosalina, who can attack without a power-up, but runs and jumps a little worse. This is my 2nd favorite Mario game, kind of. Nintendo decided they were done making 2D Mario games, because everyone was getting mad at them for the last game, so they said, you know what, how about you try then? And we did, and we made a better game. But in all seriousness, this is a very good Mario game, and I easily sunk in over 150 hours just playing people's courses, and trying to get world records on some 4-year-old's level. So I can confidently say that Mario Maker is my 3rd favorite Mario game, kind of. Speaking of Mario Maker, let's make our way to some spin-offs. This was an arcade game that let you compete with the person on the arcade next to you, but also this game was a scam. Since it's an arcade game, they made it harder so you would spend more money. But they didn't just make it hard, they made it stupid hard. They would just get rid of power-up boxes that would be in the normal game. The warp pipes only got up to World 6, and there are jumps that can only be cleared with almost pixel-perfect jumps. This game combined all the original 4 games and put on one cartridge with upgraded graphics. And Mario World was added in its own version the next year. This is something Nintendo does again, but not as good, but we'll talk about that later. It's like the original, but there's different characters, there's a mini-game room, and there are some multiplayer features. It's New Super Mario Bros. U, but a little different. Everyone jumps high, it's slippery, and you only have about 100 seconds. This game went under pretty much everyone's radar. In 2018, they brought it back to the Switch and everyone found out it was a hidden gem, and they even included co-op in 2019. This is a free game that was released on the Switch for Mario's 35th anniversary, and it let you play Mario Bros. Against 34 other people. And you can still play this game for the next 21 days, but after that, they aren't going to support it anymore, and that means it's unplayable because it just relies online. but at least it was free. So I was gonna go over all the sports games separately, but then I realized there's way too many of these. So I'll just talk about them by series. So the most famous is probably Mario Kart. It's fun with friends, and some people even have fun by themselves on time trial mode. I'm personally not a big fan of it, but I do like the battle modes. It's Mario Party. If you have friends, you love the game, but you hate your friends. And if you don't have friends, then I know how you feel. This one isn't very fun, and that's a fact, not an opinion. There's one of these coming out soon, which looks pretty cool actually. I feel like Nintendo manages to make all the boring games like golf and baseball actually fun to play. And the new one really grabs my attention because instead of normal golf, it's more like me playing mini golf when I was 7. I've only played this once when I was living in Japan a few years ago, and from what I played, it was a lot of fun. I've always liked Wii Sports Baseball, but with the Super Mario twist, it becomes 10 times more fun. Now, I haven't played this ever, but it looks cool and fast-paced, so maybe I'll give it a chance. But for now, I'll just give it a thumbs up and move on. Back to normal games. Okay, 2016. Oh, looks like nothing was released this year. I'll come back to this game last because I have a lot to say about this. Did Super Mario Bros. U, but on the Switch and 2 cheat characters. I said Mario Maker is my third favorite, kind of, because of this game. This is like the first game, but with like 3 times more content. First, they added a whole new game style, which was the 3D World style, which added lots of 3D World exclusive items. I personally think this is the best style. Then New Soup, Mario World, Mario Bros, and last and least, Mario 3. There are a lot more technical blocks for intricate levels. They have new power-ups, a whole car, more sound effects. They did Boom Boom, Pom Pom, the Koopalings, and Meowser. They added a story mode that's pretty good, multiplayer, both co-op and versus, the ability to build a world map, and there's multiplayer with random people, which is good like 9% of the time. This is the best 2D Mario game, and I hope they make a 3D Mario game, but we may have to wait like 10 years at least for that. This game would be cool, and I wouldn't have a problem with the $60 price tag, but the game can't be bought after March 31st, meaning that anyone who wants it has to shell out $60, or else they won't be able to play it on their Switch. But maybe this is all an elaborate April Fool's joke, and that's why it's unavailable on April 1st. Once again, I said 3D World was my second favorite game, kind of, and that's because this is just that game, but with an extra campaign and some tweaks, such as the dive move, being able to go in pipes faster, and run speed significantly increased. This game is the best game to play with your friends. I haven't actually played this as of recording this, but it's pretty much safe to say that this is just the original but better. The only problem I would say is the multiplayer in the Bowser's Fury campaign mode is kind of dumb, like Mario Galaxy 2's, but I hope we see a sequel of sorts for this game. And last, and certainly not least, the best Mario game ever made. And that's a fact, that's not an opinion. This game takes everything from the 3D Mario games and makes them look inferior in comparison. Except for the multiplayer, which is worse for Mario because he just doesn't get Cappy anymore, but it's good for second player. The game does Mario 64 levels, but turns them into whole worlds. Then at the end of all the worlds, there's an original boss. And yes, all of them are original, with the exception of Bowser, even though his mechanics are original, and he has a cool suit. Then you have Cappy, which is a nice touch, allowing beginner players to get through the levels easily, and advanced players being able to go through the worlds at super speed, collecting moons that are challenging but quicker to get. And the ability to transfer into most enemies and some NPCs, and Bowser himself, is just insane. Then you have costumes you can wear and collect using the special purple coins or the normal Mario coins. Then there was the balloon update that let you hide and find balloons from other players, getting tons of coins as a reward. This game is the best controlled Mario game, the best paced Mario game, and I think if there was a 3D World sequel, but it controlled like Mario Odyssey without Cappy, it'd be the best multiplayer game ever made. So maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. But that's it for the history. Here's my Mario tier list. Don't judge it because it's correct. Also, this video took about a long time to make, so I'm gonna shamelessly promote myself. So if you like this video, consider liking, sharing, checking out my channel. I post stuff like this 2 to 3 times a week. It may be perhaps, subscribe or something, just a suggestion. But I'm gonna head out, so bye.